Hey guys, before I get into the topic of this video, I really want to just thank all of you so much for showing me so much love in my last video, which is the video about unboxing a mystery box from the deep web. And if you haven't seen that already, please just check that out. I'll put a link in the description below and just give that video even more love and just check it out, and I really hope you enjoy that video. To get into the topic of this video, what I'm going to be talking about is 5 disturbing things that you will find on the deep web / dark web. And if you don't know what this is already, what the deep web is basically a portion of the internet that is not accessible by a normal browser. In order to access it, you need to use the Tor browser and also follow different precautions to access this portion of the internet, which is a little bit less monitored and a lot more sketchy and unsafe. So the first thing you will find on the dark web is drugs and weapons. And there are tons of marketplaces. One of the first marketplaces you will know about is the Silk Road. And the Silk Road actually has a long history of being shut down and reopened. And the founder of the Silk Road was actually arrested a couple years ago and charged with tons of things. And now it actually is back up and running again from a different server and with a different network administrator. And you can find anything in the world on this marketplace. You can find every drug from cocaine to heroin to anything else. And you can also find things like weapons as well as other illegal substances and stuff like that. So drugs and weapons are a huge thing on the deep web, and if you know anything about the deep web, you will see a lot of articles and different things about websites that are called the Silk Road or similar to that. One of the second most talked about things that are available on the deep web are hitmen for hire. And what I mean by this is there are services on there. Some of them are real, some of them are fake, but you can actually hire hitmen to kill somebody for you. And like, again, this is completely illegal. Do never murder anybody. Do not do these things. A lot of these are scams, but you can actually hire people on there to kill people for you, as much as you would see in a movie where people hire an assassin to kill somebody. You can actually do that in real life on the deep web. So one of the most popular, well-known websites for hitmen on the deep web is called the Besa Mafia. And basically it's an organization that provides hitmen services, but it may or may not be run by the FBI and could easily just be a sting operation to sweep up people looking to murder their spouse or something like that. So the third thing a lot of people talk about in the deep web is human trafficking services. That's a very sad portion of the deep web, but there's actually people for sale on the deep web, whether it be slaves, children, legal immigrants, and just stuff like that. You can actually buy them using Bitcoin and can order them, and then you will own a slave or something like that. And like I said on my last one, a lot of these websites are actually sting operations for the FBI, so please do not, if you're a crazy person, do not go on the deep web and try to do these things, because you will probably end up in jail. The fourth thing on this list is snuff films and just crazy films in general. And what I mean by snuff films is there's videos of people actually being murdered on there that you can watch. Please do not watch these videos, they are very disturbing. But there are plenty of videos on there that are both just torture type videos as well as murder videos and stuff like that. One of the most infamous videos on this subject is known as Daisy's Destruction, which is actually a really sad case where this man abducted tons of children over a period of years and took videos of him torturing, raping, and killing these children, mainly to fulfill his fan base of pedophiles and to get money from it. He is actually arrested now and serving a life in prison, which is good, but in some websites on the deep web you can actually still watch that video, which depicts children being murdered and tortured and killed by both him and his accomplice. So that is a very well-known video on there, and if you're curious about that, just Google it, and there's tons of articles on it so you can get kind of a better idea of that whole case and what happened with it and everything related to it. So the fifth and final thing on this list has actually been really in the media a lot lately. It's one of the most common things talked about when talking about dark web activity. It's also the theme of that new movie Unfriended, which came out a couple weeks ago, where people get murdered and stuff related to the dark web. But basically what this is called red rooms. And what a red room is it's a private video chat room where people can bid money and tell how they want a person to be murdered or tortured live on video. And this has kind of been an urban legend. There hasn't been any really big confirmed red rooms on the deep web, but there's been tons of rumors of it, and there's been pictures leaked, and supposedly they do exist. And basically it's anonymous users, it's usually like high profile rich people, and they will actually pay money using Bitcoin They can give specific details of how they want the person in the live stream to be murdered, killed, raped, tortured, you name it. They'll pay it and the person in the live stream will do it. And if you're curious more about this, just search Red Room and there's tons of movies on it. It's been the theme of like countless horror movies and drama movies. So if you want to know more about that, just search it up. I'm not going to go into too much detail because there is lots of things on that. But basically the reason why I made this video is there's been tons of talk about the deep web, lots of myths, lots of rumors, and I just kind of wanted to keep on this topic because lots of people are very curious about what actually happens on this. But please, again, I do remind you, do not do any of these things. You will go to jail. Just because it is on the deep web / dark web does not mean it's safe to do. It does not mean you won't be tracked down by a killer. It does not mean the police are not running these websites. Because just because it is on a less known part of the internet does not mean that there's not tons of FBI running that. Because the FBI is constantly shutting down websites on there. So do not attempt any of these things. And if you want me to make more videos of this theme, give me video ideas below in the comments. Let me know and I'll definitely be happy to make videos on the subject. Also, please subscribe. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this. Alright, peace.